Hello gamers, Pet here. Welcome to Pet Plays Football Manager 2015 with Norwich, Season 1, Episode 4, I believe. The season actually finished. I was planning on making an episode before the end, but when I look at the clock it was already 2 a.m. and I can't record at night because I have to speak loud and the neighbors can hear me. Anyway, it was very stressful because check this out. This was the end. This was the end with Bournemouth. Was a very important game. We lost it. Then 2-2. Then 0-0 with Leeds. Then 3-3 with Watford. And Watford were just below me. If I would have lost this game, I would have been in huge trouble. But after this game, we basically qualified and won the league. And I put the reserves team here. But anyway, it was such a nasty and stressful end of the season. Why? Because let's look at the history. Let's see where. How can I see the history? See, I'm still not familiar with this new interface on all the stuff. Season preview. This is what you see. Basically, West Ham, Stoke, and Sunderland relegated, and I'm kind of looking on trying to buy some of their players because some of their players are unhappy. We also got 3 players on the team of the season. Woolen, basically, which we are kind of planning on selling him because he was like unhappy because he wants to go to Swansea. Like, they are not going to buy him, but anyway, he's still delusional. And he's kind of old already, so I was planning on selling him anyway, so I just put him to sale, and that's about it. He played pretty well for us, but he's old already. Redmond, and he's still wanted by 3 clubs, so I kind of don't want to sell him, and I want to get hold of him. And then Russell Martin, and how can I see? Really, you see, it's really past positions. No, maybe a history. Past winners, no, but you see, we are there. The thing is, the difference was only 1 point. That's because I played with the reserves team in the last game and I lost that one. A game that I supposed to normally win. But I really don't know how to show you the old. I remember in the past there used to be some kind of few stages. Maybe here and maybe current season. Here. Okay. So you see, basically, Reading finished on the 2nd place, and then Wolves played with Fulham, Bournemouth, and Watford, and basically Wolves qualified. And the manager of the season is actually the manager that's currently at Wolves, and yeah, because he managed to qualify them, and they weren't supposed to be qualified. Anyway, it was very stressful. Like, I was so lucky that in the end I managed to qualify because, as you see, in the end, kind of nothing worked, and I wasn't, I looked around when I was here and I beat Blackburn. They have Jordan Rhodes, who's playing very well. When I beat them, I was like, okay, Wigan was pretty low, and we managed to beat them. And then I looked, Blackpool, we need to win because they are weak. Millwall weak. This is a hard game, and then Derby caused problems. Weak, and I was like, and then weak, and I was like, hey, I only have like 2 important games with Bournemouth and Watford. I shouldn't have any problems. But then I managed to beat Wigan, but then with Blackburn, 2-2. Millwall, okay, and then 2-2, and I was like, fuck, holy shit. Rotterdam 3-1, and then I lose this game, and then bam. But again, they also kind of did the same thing. So I was pretty lucky overall, and I managed to qualify. So right now we are sitting in the Premier League, and our objective is to actually finish mid-table. They don't want to avoid relegation, they want mid-table, and it's like, holy shit, how the hell are we going to do this? Even if we beat Wolves or Reading, who just promoted, right? We will still be around here, so we kind of need to find a way to beat other teams, but I don't see how, because I don't really have confidence. Norwich played pretty well. I actually need to start scouting the teams in the Premier League. And one of the changes that happened to scouting, where you need to scout the players a little bit more before you see all their stats, it's really causing problems for me because I can't really find who to buy, which in a way, which in the older games I could find without any problems. Like, just scout the player for 2 matches, I see everything about him, and then I can decide on who to buy. Here, you see something like this, and you're like, yeah. I mean, he has some passing, but I don't know exactly how much. He sucks at physical abilities, and you really need to take a leap of faith a bit when you are looking at players, which really puts a lot of accent on the importance of scouting. Alright, and now since we are already in mid-season, well, not mid-season, mid-transfer season, let me show you what I did. I also forgot in the last episode, basically we sold Emegara for 5.75, so that was kind of nice. And then, yeah, we talked about those. So let's look at the current season. Basically, we got the Del Fuenzo for free. He was, low salary. I just got him for value with the idea on selling him. Unfortunately, his value didn't went that high. So I don't know. Hopefully, it's going to remain at 3.3 million, so I can sell him for at least 2 million. We got this dude for free. Again, kind of the same thing. But then when I looked, his value wasn't really that high, and I was like, And then for Stoke, we loaned this guy, but then when I saw his stats, again, it was the same thing. I wasn't seeing all his stats, and like, hey, and then when I look, I see he's not really better than my current defender left, the Spanish guy, and I canceled the loan basically. And then we got Micha Richards for free, and his value is super high. When I got him, his wage per week is high, but I also gave him some bonuses because I couldn't give him a contract higher than this. It's pretty hard for me to sign players right now. And then he joined, and I was like, hey, okay, physical abilities, he's like super good. He has bravery, he has teamwork and work rate. That's good. Heading, marking, and tackling. He can also play as a central defender, which is good because Carlos Cuellar retired and we need a backup. So I said, okay, I will keep him, especially since he has this high value. So just in case that something, I will just sell him. As you see, he has clauses, loyalty bonus 1 million. Jesus Christ, I approve that. I approve that. Appearance fee. Look how much money I give him just when he's coming. A new substitute fee, goal bonus, team of. You see a lot of, and also salary after reaching 5 league games. He's going to get an even higher salary actually. But anyway, with that value, he's okay. And then I loaned Ben Davies, basically, and he's looking pretty strong. He's supposed to play on the left flank, and he is going to play there. Because, again, I don't really... wingbacks are pretty important, and I do believe, Ben Davies and Richards should be okay. Hopefully. So, let's see how that's going to turn out. And then we also got Arteta for free, basically. I was like thinking, what the hell should I get him? Should I? But then I saw that he has some passing technique, and then I'm not giving him too much money. I'm giving him a appearance fee. And also after reaching 20 games, I'm not going to play him that much, I guess. But I don't know. I got him basically because I kind of felt that I need another backup as a central defender. Not central defender, central midfielder. Because, look, we only have this dude who's also old, and he's not really that good. And that's kind of it. We have this guy, but again, I'm not really that convinced by this guy. And I'm kind of struggling on selling this dude. And I'm also kind of struggling on selling... there are about 3 players that I want to sell. One of them is Kyle, basically. He didn't play at all, and I don't believe he's Premier League material, and I'm selling him for even lower than this, and I'm not really in the luck. And then I'm kind of looking on buying some players. Basically, the tactics that I plan to employ is something like this. Why? Because I feel that I need to play with a ball-winning midfielder or a defensive midfielder. Because again, the Premier League teams are very, very, very strong. And then there was always this kind of space where the striker got the ball, but he had no one to pass it to. Because those dudes were isolated in the flanks, and there was no one in the middle to pass it, and he sometimes was just sitting there losing the ball, or he was just passing it back. So this is why one of the reasons why I'm playing with another, defensive forward or however like that, to try to connect everything. And you see, this is the guy that we had on loan when we started the game, and now he came back, and I'm kind of giving him a chance to play and see how he is going to play. Not really sure. He has some value, so we might attempt to sell him or something. I don't know. We will see. And I'm kind of looking for a midfielder left. We do have Murphy, but Murphy again, he's kind of on the offensive side, and you see he's actually an attacking midfielder. I want someone who's a natural as an ML, and we actually found someone, but I basically cancelled because I was paying more than 10 million for him, and he wasn't really clicking for me. He was a Japanese dude from Germany. And it's not Kagawa. This guy, basically. You see, after I scouted him some more, I was like, okay. I was giving him a lot of money, basically. And also a lot of money to buy him. And I don't know. Last season, he didn't play that well, as you can see. Doesn't have too much dribbling. First touch is super okay. Passing and technique is okay, vision is okay, composure is okay, but then again, well, aggression and bravery, he doesn't need that. Determination, yeah, that would have been good. Same with concentration, and also he's not really good at physical abilities. So I also need a midfielder left who can actually advance and get the ball and go in order to cross the ball. So I decided to cancel that transfer, and I'm still looking for someone. I'm really still looking for someone, and I have no idea who should I buy. So if you have any suggestions, write in the comments. So anyway, attributes. Best attribute is strength, where I'm 4th ranked, and worst attribute is heading. It used to be passing, but I got Arteta. So again, I don't know, I don't really feel confident at all about this team. We didn't really sold anyone. This dude he's back. He got injured for like 1 month or something, more than 1 month actually, 3 months actually. So we are kind of trying to get him back. As if you remember, he played 10 games and he scored 7 goals. So he was doing a pretty good job. I'm also trying to buy at Hull players. I'm trying to buy Harry Maguire. You see, he's young. His value is not really that high, but I offered them like 5 million, and they still don't want to sell him. You see, he's good at the defensive attributes, and I need someone who can be somehow of a backup, because our defenders are Basong, who is good, even that he kind of wants to leave, and we are going to have a problem there. We have Ryan Bennett, who's young, and he's marking is not really that good, but he's decent. Let's say he's decent towards good. And then we have Turner, who's already old and slow, and in the championship I was playing him, but in the Premier League and basically that's about it. The other one is Richards, who can play as a defender. So I feel that I need another defender, and I also feel that I need a very good striker. I feel that I need a lot of players. I also feel that I need a good defensive midfielder because we have Teti, but Teti, come on, only 13 tackling, no passing, marking is very low, heading is very low. I don't know what to say. Honestly. And the transfer budget is we only have 24 million. So that's not good. That's not a lot. And well, actually, it was a little bit higher, but I moved the sliders a bit so I can get more salary, more towards the salary, because I couldn't. I was only able to offer maximum of maximum of this, I believe, a little bit below this number. So I wasn't really able to attract the players, the good players. So again, we are having decent number of problems. I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with everything. So let's see. We will see that in the next episode, because I do plan on playing the game this night. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.